Good afternoon. I'm Chimezie Solution. I live from Shasha Animosho branch have a case of child neglect reported by Fortune Okon Essien against Mr. Bryce Chimezie in Imo State. Please join us as we interview her for a peaceful resolution. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV and follow us on our Facebook page on Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center for more useful information. Visit our website on www.hrbac.org.ng. Thank you. All right, Fortune, how are you?
I'm fine. Good afternoon.
Okay, speak up. Tell us what happened. Are you guys married?
We are not married. No.
You're not married. So what happened? How did you have the child? How did you meet him? Or what transpired before you had the baby before they neglected the child?
I was in school, in secondary school, about to finish. So he was serving in my state. That was where I met him.
Okay.
So we know each other for since 2014. So we get more closer, more than friends. So he discussed about marriage with me. Then then I told him that I'm small, I'm not ready for marriage. So
How old were you?
then was 215. I was 17 years.
Okay. When you were getting closer and closer, were you people having sex?
Not yet.
At what point did you start having sex with him?
It was 217 now.
You were how many years then?
19 years.
Go ahead.
So I went, due to how serious he was, I went to know their house and the people. So when I get there, that was how I got pregnant. Though he's been promising me that he's going to marry me. I told him that I want to further my education, but I'm not ready for marriage. He said he will do that for me. Though he knew my background, I told him everything, that I don't have a mother, I don't have a father, so I don't want trouble. And that was my first time of leaving our state, and I was so afraid to go to another tribe to.
Okay. You are expecting him to consider your background. You that know you don't have a father, you don't have a mother. Who sent you to secondary school?
I was with my grandmom since my mom died.
And your grandmom that struggled to feed you in secondary school, and you realize because I'm asking you, I'm talking to you based on your statement. When you were 18, you did not, you said you were not having sex.
Yes, ma.
Were you a virgin until you met him?
Yes, ma.
He disvirgin you.
Yes, ma.
Okay, if you were a virgin till 17 years and you're still in secondary school, and you know you've got no parents except your grandmother, you have been struggling to ensure you get a quality education. How did you allow him to start having an affair with you? And you could not wait to finish because you said, no, you want to further your education. Why did you start having sex before the education and before the marriage?
Ma, because he came to our house to meet my grandmom. I told him if he's serious, that he should come to our house. So he came to our house and he met my grandmom. So my grandmom said that this is just his first time of coming, and he's just coming. It's just the first time she set her eyes on him. That he should go, he will inform my family people that he should come back. So by then, when he left, my grandmom started asking me questions about him. If I know any of his sister or the mother or where he's staying, I said no. He said, "How do you trust him?" I said, "Since 2014 that we have been knowing each other, that at least the little I know him. Then I've been speaking with the sister on phone and the brother. He said she told me I should wait. If he's truly serious, he will come back.
Hmm?
My grandmom told me that okay, that she heard what I said, that if he's serious, he will still come back, that I should hold on. So after that year, that was 217, 216 that he came. So 217 was when I went to the house to know him. Then he was not around, he was not in Nigeria, so he came back. So my going there was to go to their own family house so that I will know everything about them. That was when he disvirgin me, then I got pregnant.
And where is he working now?
Right now I don't know what he's doing, but then he was bricklayer, then
Bricklayer
yes ma'am.
in your village.
No, in his own Imo State.
I thought you said you were
He was serving as a
uh-huh,
copper
uh-huh.
there.
Then after you graduated, become a bricklayer.
No, he went outside
Outside where?
to Italy. So he came back. So he told me that he's a businessman before that I was doing business. So the main handwork that I was still doing when I went to the house, when I saw him doing was bricklaying.
After graduation.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
So that was when I got pregnant. I stayed, I couldn't come back again. I stayed in the house. So I've been disturbing him, okay, let's go and tell my people that I'm pregnant.
Speak loud now.
I've been disturbing him that we should come, let him come, let's go to my people so that he will tell them that I'm pregnant.
Mm.
He said I should hold on. So when the pregnancy got to after 5 months,
Mm.
he said that too much of the stuff that I was disturbing him. He said, okay, let's go to my place. So he told me that he will not come. He was still around. He told me that he will not come. He went out. That it's only the elder brother and the mother who will come. So he will send them to come. He told me to go first. So when I went to my place, I went there, I met my family people. They said that they will not be around that day. I begged them that people are coming. So they stayed back. That day came. They did not come, they fell. So when I called them, they said that the elder brother wasn't around, that they will come the next day. I still go and beg my people that they should please wait, that they will come. The second day again, they fell coming. So I went back with shame to meet them because I did not want the pregnancy to be obvious in my place and I could not open up and tell them.
Mm?
I did not want the pregnancy to be obvious in my place. That's why I went back to them.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went back, they did not show me any concern of staying back.
Go
They did
ahead.
not show me any concern that they feel sorry about staying back. So I was so angry and I was ashamed. After that, he came back. When he came back, he did not say anything to me. Even the mother did not say anything. They were just like that. Nobody asked me how it happened or could explain the main problem that stopped them from coming. So
Go ahead. Go
after
ahead.
some times, he did not even talk to me again in the house. Everything got worse. Everything got worse. Even antenatal that I supposed to go. Because of that, they delay me. Because every business that he had with about me is with the mother. So it's only the mother that will give me money to go for antenatal. Due to that, what happened, they did not talk to me for a while, so I delayed the antenatal. Later, they gave me money. He did not even talk to me again at all. We stayed like 3 weeks. He did not talk to me without pregnancy. So, like that, everything continued. Though I wasn't very comfortable. Nobody knew what was going on again in my place. They did not know that I was pregnant. So when I gave birth, they did not treat me well again. Even the baby was not well taken care of. It was after 2 weeks that I gave birth. He brought uh, all this poultry, made a poultry farm that I should be taking care of with the newborn baby. I took that baby and be feeding all those fowl. When that girl was 2 weeks, I took care of those farm. Then if you go out for that work, he will not ask me if I've eaten. The only thing he will call me later late at evening and tell me if I feed the fowl. He did not ask me. If I ask him, is it the fowl that is more important than me? He will get angry with me, he will not talk to me. He did not take hank on my neck until I have to, because I was afraid. I was so shy to tell my people that I'm pregnant. I didn't even know how to open mouth and tell them, but due to what I passed through there, I was like a slave. I have to use phone and call my grandmother and explain everything. That was when the baby was 4 months. That was February 2019. So my grandmother asked me, did not believe. So he asked me, then what am I saying? Okay, before then, the man said that he will dedicate the baby. That was when the girl was getting to 3 months. So one Sunday, I just heard that one Sunday, because the elder brother is a pastor. The elder brother came out from his own church to our side. I was feeding the fowl. So the elder brother was asking me, why are you here? Is the dedication not holy again? Me, I was so surprised. The first person came was his friend, asked me the same thing. I thought it was a joke. So when the brother came with the wife out from church, I believed it. I said, what is going on, that I don't know anything about dedication. So they sat down for a long time before they left. When he came back, I asked him, so you want to do dedication? He did not tell me. He said, must I know? He did not say anything again. I said, okay, since he's behaving like this to me, since he's not ready to tell my people again or to show his face to my people, let me carry the baby. Let me go and tell my people that, see what happened. Let me explain myself to them. He said, I will go. He delayed like 5 times. He did not talk anything again. He just sat down with the mother and the sister to discuss secrets. I did not know what was going on. So when I explained all this to my grandmother said, okay, that I should come. So they sent money to me for transport. I took that baby when the girl was 4 months to my place. Then he called me. I told him that I left. He said that, why should I leave when he is not aware? I said that I told him that I want to leave. He said, okay, no problem, that I should hold on. So when I get to my place, even the mother or the sister did not, that I was staying together with, nobody called me. After some time, after 3 days before this man called me and asked me if I went to my place, I said yes. It's okay, we send money to me. Okay, he will be coming. I was expecting him. He did not. I told the elder brother. The elder brother said, okay, he will call him to send something to me. So when the other brother disturbed him, he sent 7,000 for me that he will be coming. So I stayed and yes, ma'am. I stayed and I was expecting him. He did not come. Instead of that, he was busy telling me that I want to go and marry in my place. That's why I left him. I carried the baby. I leave him. That I've been insulting, or I cannot endure anything. I just keep quiet. I carry the baby and go. He did not talk to me again. Like that. Only that month, that baby, he stopped calling me. He did not call me again. I was disturbing him on phone if he will not come. So since he ignored me so much, I stopped calling. After sometimes, I was still expecting his presence or his call. He did not call me again. No, none of his family member called me. Okay, one of his auntie called me and tell me if I have sense. Now that they will come and collect that baby from me, I have sense to carry the baby and go to my place. I asked the woman if it's a crime for me to carry the baby and go to my place. Besides, they did not take care of me as a nursing mother. I can stay from morning till 1 p.m. before I see morning food to eat. He can even go outside to buy his own food and eat. Even the mother, they will go out, buy something. I will stay empty stomach to breastfeed that baby. If I'm so hungry, I will come and tell him, what can I eat? He said I should go into the backyard. I will see one unripe plantain. I should go and prepare it and eat. He'll be telling me like that. I stayed hungry for since that girl was born. I was not feeding well. One anytime they cook, it was only that 2 weeks. that they cook food for me. After that, everybody go their separate ways. It's only how I survive. Even sometimes, the money I took that baby for immunization was some money they dash that girl in the hospital. That is what I took her. Or maybe if I'm hungry, I will use that from that money to buy something and eat and carry that baby. Sometimes I can trek back with leg with that girl. So he did not talk to me again. So we stayed like 8 months in my place. So one day that girl was very sick that I don't know what to do again. I said, let me call him and tell him. I called him, I told him that his own blood is sick. His own child is sick, is very sick. He asked me a question, how do I come in? I told him that please I wanted to let him know. I don't know, I cannot answer that kind of a question that he's asking me. He said, okay, no problem, let him see what he can do. He did not call me again. When that girl was up to 1 year, they sent me a text that that day is the baby's first birthday, that I should send account number for him to send something to that girl. I sent account number on that very day. That was 16 October 2019. He did not call, even from right from that day till today. He has never used phone and call me to tell me how is that baby, or even come, or even send money. He has not. So that's why I said I should come and report.
Where is it from?
It's from Imo State.
Whom are you talking about?
Bright Chimezie, the man I got pregnant for.
How do we know such person?
He's in Mbano. He's in Mbano in Imo State. I have his picture.
Okay, come and help me show the
No man. See his picture here.
This one don't belleful working. This one can he feed himself? Talk more to feed another person. Chiraka Joseph. Do you know who is Chiraka Joseph?
No man.
Chiraka Joseph said the boy in question is his kid brother. Chiraka Joseph, you know this person this lady is talking about. Is Brian Chimezie indeed your junior brother? Hmm? Do you know anybody like that?
And the elder brother is Chikwado. Obinna Chikwado. I don't know that one.
What is their father's name?
The father's name is Oji. But they use like him, he use Bright Chimezie Onyayalam. That is what all of them use.
And you don't know if the elder brother's name is Joseph.
It's not Joseph. I know Obinna Chikwado. All of them answer the same surname, Onyayalam.
And this one is Facebook name. Joseph, if you know this person, you let us know. But if you don't know this person, you say it's your younger brother, I will still block you for creating confusion here. Joseph, we are still waiting for your response. You have less than 1 minute to respond to us. Why you say the person is your younger brother? The person in question, Chimezie, right? Eh?
Yes, ma'am.
If Bright Chimezie is your kid brother as you stayed here, tell us what you know about that. Then if he's not, if you don't respond to this question, I'm going to block you in a moment because you don't come in here to bring any joke here. Don't joke with sensitive things. Give us his number.
Should I call it now?
Call the number. Let me
080
hold on. Yes.
080 266
Yes.
875 51.
5. Your name is Fortune.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay. My name is Mrs. Solushola. I'm calling you from Human Rights Office.
From where? From which state?
I'm calling from Lagos State. Am I speaking to Bright Chimezie?
Yeah, yes.
Sorry?
You are speaking with Chris.
Okay. We have one misfortune, Okon Essien, who reported the case in our office against you that you impregnated her and you abandoned the child on her to take the responsibility.
I sent a message last week, and that particular message didn't come with letter heading. Number two, that particular message didn't come with a particular date. Number three, that particular message didn't come with month. Rather, it comes with second, 2021. So, I think I've been seeing that online. What is happening here?
I can't understand what you are saying. Do you know
I
the, do
said
you know the
I
meaning
received this
question?
message concerning this case last week, and the content of the messaging contain a particular state for this particular case I should be reported, and the content of the messaging have a letter heading for a particular place or state in Nigeria I should supposed to attend. Number two, the content of the messaging have a particular mood, rather it has a date and year.
Can you forward the message to this line we're calling you?
And I really want to know the reason for it.
You say
As
what?
according to the message, Miss Fortune reported me that I abandoned her, I impregnated her, and I abandoned her and the child.
Yes.
Have you people asked her what happened and the situation if I abandoned her and what happened and the reason and the reason that wanted her to go?
Yes, we have asked her and she has explained. So you can respond to her explanation, her complaint.
All right. To cut the whole story short, yes, you can say I went for a contract or business contract to work at Owerri on a particular day on Tuesday.
Hello. Can you
Yeah.
can you take that phone a little bit from your mouth so that we can hear you properly?
Okay. I said I would like to cut the message, the whole story, very short.
Cut it short. Yeah.
All right. When she left the house, when she got pregnant, please see what is happening. She's a friend well like serving in her place, and when she gets pregnant, all those friendship stuff, it's okay that I agree to get married to you. There is no problem. And we arranged of going that place, and there is a problem, and we couldn't achieve that. Initially, she refused that she's not going to her place, that she don't want to go anywhere. Cutting the story short, after the child birth, I still have my work to do at Owerri town. When I travel down to where I'm working, that day everybody left their house. Nobody is at home, and I'm at Owerri. She left the house, and by 11 that particular day, I tried to call her to ask her if she had gone to the market to buy what she said she wanted to buy. She told me that she's on her way, that she have left the house, that my house is fire and all kind of blah 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 stuff. I said, okay, now since you have made your decision, there is no problem. I don't pursue everybody's decision. So I want to make it a little bit shorter. This explanation.
Like this is not an explanation.
Then which explanation do
Did
you
she,
want?
did she just wake up from bed and go to her family without any issue? According to her, she said you have not been feeding her even right from when she was pregnant. Or she
I did feed her.
yeah. That she has
Which
not
one?
been feeding you have not been feeding her well, and each time she complain, you refer her to plantain behind you people's building to go and get the plantain and eat them.
I did feed her, and she said I took care of her till she deliver and do everything. Why should we be relying on necessary things? You see, I did feed her, I take care of her, and nothing worries her during the childbirth and everything when she gives birth today, let us assume she gives birth today, and tomorrow, the next day in the morning, she came back. Who can be doing since I'm not taking care of her and all those things happen and provide everything she needs to take care of the baby?
Which
If nobody is
hospital?
taking care of her.
Which hospital did she put to bed?
Sorry?
Which hospital did she put to bed?
She has to tell you because she can give the full explanation as well.
I thought you said you were taking care of her. She went to they're giving her money for antenatal. She went to the hospital and put to bed and come back before she finally left. Before she did, were you having any issue with her?
I didn't have any issue with her. I never beat her for one day. Rather, when she made the mistake I didn't like, I scolded her to make her to do what she's supposed to do. That's all I can do. And that's the best and lesson. That's the only thing we do in our family. If you make a mistake, you scold you, go and do what you're supposed to do. I never beat her. I don't have any issue with her. I didn't fight with her.
Have you ever looked for the child since they left your village?
Sorry?
Have you ever looked for your child since they left your village?
Well, when I wanted to do that, based on some words she told me that she can take care of the child, that the child is her, that when the child grows up, they can equally tell the child that the child is the father of the child. I said, okay, there's no problem. I don't have any problem. Since you don't want me to take care of the baby, and if you take care of the baby belongs to you. That's what she told me. And if I take care of the baby, since you are with the baby, you can go ahead, take care of the baby belongs to you. That's the last argument we have.
Okay, now, so you agreed with her. She should take care of the baby, and the baby belongs to her.
That's the what she told me. And I said, I don't have any problem with all those decisions. For she not to see me as that I'm looking for something, maybe I wanted to pick up or take up the baby from her and leave her to go.
Okay, it's mandatory you take care of your child.
Yes,
Yeah.
if you bring my child, I will take care of my child because already she has told me something that she don't have any intimacy, she don't have anything to do with me, my life, my family. So I don't think that I have tried many times to have reconcile with her. Okay, let's forget about our own fault, and she even go ahead telling me all those things. So, do I have any alternative than to let her go on with her decision?
Yeah, it's not compulsory both of you have anything to do with each other.
Yeah,
What has happened between both of you could be mistake, it could be infatuation. Let it rest. You are both young. Like the bone of contention here is a child. So even if you choose not to marry her, there's no problem. Nobody can force you on her. And if she chooses not to have you as a future husband, good and fine. It's her choice. You are both adults now. But the issue
yeah,
here is the child. It's compulsory, it's
yeah.
mandatory you take care of the child because it's your child.
All right, I heard you, ma. Right, if possibly I know the particular address because in the address they are telling me there is no street. So I cannot report to any place I didn't know the address. I have the address, they said the address has also, but it's not in there. They didn't tell me in Lagos State, they didn't tell me in any state. That's why I didn't report. I could have report presently. Then the problem now is if she cannot take care of the child, she can bring the child to me. I will take proper care of the child. Full stop.
Okay, there is a procedure to that. How old is the child now? Woman,
How
how
old
old
is
is the
she?
child? Woman,
She
hold on.
was born
How old
on.
is your child? I'm asking you.
She's getting to three
Sorry.
years.
She's getting to
Mhm.
3 years.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you cannot take custody of the child of this age. You can only take custody of the child when the child is 12 years.
It's what?
They can't give you custody of the child of his age now. The law does not permit that. Until 12
Okay.
years, you can ask for the child back to you.
12 years.
Yes.
Okay.
So for now, you have to take care of the child. When the child is of the age where the law permits you to take your custody of your child, you can demand for your child then.
No problem.
So,
So what's the procedure for that?
sorry?
I should wait to 12 years before I will take care of the child.
No, you will be taking care of the child now. You are talking about custody. You don't know what they call custody. You said if she can't
Yeah.
take care of the child, then you should bring the child. And I'm telling you, you cannot have the child now because of the
No.
child age. The law does
Oh,
not permit you to take the child for her age until the child gets to 12 years. Then you can take full custody if you want the child. If the relationship cannot work between both of you, then you can take your child.
okay.
Yes. So now you have to take care of you have to take the responsibility of the child upkeep, like her school feeding and so on. So and you are responding. You must not come to this office to respond. We work worldwide, even outside Nigeria. Anywhere you are responding to even the allegation already. So what you need to do is to tell us what will be the upkeep of the child, how much you decided for the feeding. Then the school fees, they will tell you how much is the school fees. You pay for your child's school fees. If you want to know where the child is, you have right to go and see your child at any time because you are the father of the child. If you want the custody of the child, when the child is of age, you can ask, okay, I want the child to live with me. Then the child will be with you.
Sorry to say this particular way. It's one protocol for me because I cannot be sending money to take care of the baby while the baby is far from me.
I say it is mandatory. When I say it's mandatory, what I say is compulsory. You cannot give
She
such
can
condition. The child must not be with you.
she can take care of baby and take the baby.
Okay, she can take care of the baby and she can take care of the baby and take the baby.
Yeah.
Good and fine. Are you ready to
Mhm.
take care of your baby and take your baby? Because this statement is across the globe and you can never in life come for this child. Are you ready to take care of your baby from today? And this man in life will never come for this child. Are you ready?
Yes, ma, I'm ready.
Mr. Man, have a nice day.
Welcome.
Thanks. This is the reason why I started by um, trying to say one from the beginning. As a girl child, if you are growing, you must be very, very, very careful. Yes, it's possible you lack parental training, and grandparents in most cases spoil children. Otherwise, there are so many children that they have spoiled at little age, 4 years, 5 years, 3 years, and all that. But if you have gotten to age 17 and you have not been defiled, you have not spoiled, I don't know how this kind of person, from the way he looks, from his stupid, arrogant attitude, I don't know how you indulge into this man's hands. He took advantage of you and you fell victim into a wrong human being. You don't need to cry, okay? You don't need to cry. You are still very young. He has said it to the whole world, and he can't dare in his life come close to that child anywhere. So seeking for this kind of person to take responsibility of your child is like digging for your early grave. Do you get me? You don't need, yeah. You know, Africa, because of the background and the poverty background of a thing, it makes so many people to live at the mercy of some stupid and useless men. If not, how can you be compared with this kind of person that is talking this trash? What makes you associate with this kind of person? And if at all you want to go into a relationship, why can't you just look at least assess the person, even the physical appearance? He look rude, he talk rude, and if he can this stupid in his talk, then what? Just imagine what you have passed through in the midst of him and his family. That is the number that is pinned there. The number that you are seeing 08026687551. There are kind of people that you really want to waste your energy and press further. This kind of person, I don't need to press further on this kind of riffraff. This is a complete riffraff. If he's a reasonable person, I will deal with him and I will still bring him here for him to take care of this child. Come what's me. But this person is a riffraff. A graduate that is a bricklayer. That shows that he just went to school there and come out like a stupid person. Why would you need to? Do you need to share your precious tears for this kind of person? If you don't know what to do with your tears, go and kneel and beg God and cry to God for a better uplifting and change of life and for forgiveness for having anything to do with this kind of thing. You disvirgin again, you impregnated her, you abandoned her, you did not feed her, then you are now leaving the responsibility of that child on her. But a thing, you know who impregnated you, but you deny that being that child, as since he said you don't need the child, then you hold your child to yourself. After all, it's a girl child. In few years' time, you are already a grandmother by God's grace. If it's a boy child and you cry that you are going to train the child till 30 something years or 40 years, even 50, some of them are still living at me, looking at their mother, my mama say. The girl child, before you know, she's grown. So don't waste your precious tears for this kind of a thing. You don't need that. You made mistake, yes, you made mistake. Move on with your life. Very stupid thing. If he dare call you for that child, you must refer him to this office.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
If that guy dare called you for anything that relates to that your care child, he must come to this office. And from today, any kobo you are spending on that child, look for notebook, be recording it.
Yes, ma'am.
Record it from A to Z. One kobo to the last, 1 naira to the last kobo, keep recording it. Write the date, what you buy, how much you bought it.
Yes, ma'am.
Even if the child grow up to be to the stage of getting married, he will pay you down to the last kobo before he assess that child. He has already neglected the child to you. You should take the child, he don't need it. There are so many people that can marry you and still take the child as their child. You adopt that child and he can't dare come there. What did you go to court and legalize it? Because he said it, that he don't need the child. If you have a little advice for this girl, you can call us 0. You say you're a sales girl.
Yes, ma'am.
Which supermarket?
Just a shop. It's not a supermarket.
A shop.
Yes, ma'am.
And they're paying you 10,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Where is the child?
She's in Akwa Ibom. I just left her
With you again.
with my grandmother.
But they say your grandmother you stayed with and somebody impregnated you. You not took the little child again to go and give your grandmother. How old is your grandma?
She should be 70 or getting to.
You are stressing her now.
My sister is there too.
What, your sister, how old is your sister?
She's bigger than me.
Eh?
She's bigger than me.
Bigger than you. Is she your younger sister or your brother, your elder sister?
My elder sister.
What does she do for a living?
She's a teacher.
It's better you go learn a handwork. Remove this idiot feature. Concentrate, let me ask you a better question or whatever. Hmm? It's
So,
better you go learn a handwork. Eh?
yes, ma'am.
Yes. If you cannot further your education, it's better you learn handwork. You can go for tailoring, you can go for hairdressing, and it should be the best for you.
Okay, ma'am.
Because there's no way you have to feed, you have to clothe, you have to buy toiletries and all that. So at the end of the day, whom are you staying with in Lagos here?
I'm staying with the woman I'm working for.
You stay with the woman you're working for.
Yes, ma'am.
The call line is 0903 024 84 is our call line. If you have any advice for her or you want to help her, because we child, I think the best thing for education, it will be difficult for anybody to say they want to take a responsibility of the feeding. I mean, 01057. Because if you encourage her, she don't have money to go to return back to school. She don't have a sponsor. So the best thing is for her to learn hard work, where she can still be assisted on how to start it. But she's living with someone that is paying her 10,000 naira every month. Then she talk about the toilet, her toiletries, her clothes, and all that. Then before she think of sending something for that little girl, for I mean, even if it's what kind of thing is this? The 10,000 cannot afford anything as such with this situation in Nigeria. Please, if you have any reason or any way you want to assist this young girl, let's forget about this. You are making noise. Take this man out. What is your problem? Una no come collect am, no. How long have you stayed in Lagos?
It's 3 months, ma.
I said, what somebody said, can I? What was the You just come to Lagos 3 years, 3 months ago.
Yes, ma.
I believe you have not have another new boyfriend.
Sorry, ma.
Do you have boyfriend now?
No, ma.
You've not gotten another new boyfriend.
No, ma.
I hope you've learned lesson.
Yes, ma.
What is your advice for a young girl of your time? The relationship you started. So at the time you started relationship, what is your advice based on your experience now? What is your advice for other young girls out there that are still coming up?
What I can advise, and even for myself,
Madam, hello. Oh, go ahead.
and even for myself, like what happened to me, I just learned a lesson that how I wish I had something doing, maybe a handwork, I would suffer the way I'm suffering. Then I would have just continued first and pursue my future before going into this.
Eh?
But I'll just continue and pursue my future before going into this.
Into this.
Yes, ma'am.
So your advice for all young ladies is for them to stay away from fornication, abi,
Yes, ma'am.
until they settle in marriage.
Yes, ma'am.
Though there are some men also that are married, yet they are still not useful. They are not taking responsibility of what they need to do as man. Eh? What this guy did today, there are other men out there that call themselves married men also that are even doing worse. It is better you are married before you go into sex to avoid this kind of situation. This number you are seeing there is our number 0903 000 2484. is our phone number for those of you that really want maybe have an advice for the girl you want to support her. Anyway, we are going into another case. We are giving you too much time. Since there is no call, let's go in for other case. Somebody said it's your sister Don Clinton. Do you know who's Don Clinton on Facebook?
No.
Okay. You guys say don't know. So hi, is your sister from Akwa Ibom? Are you from Akwa Ibom?
Yes, mom.
Somebody say you know you or your sister from Akwa Ibom. Is this phone on or is it on silent? Hmm? Let me check it out. All right, thank you, viewers, for being with us. We'll be back in a moment. Have a wonderful